So I think some of the disappointments or question marks in this particular budget, one, we are still seeing the same people who've been complying with the paying of taxes being asked to pay more. So, there's a certain level of income earners that have been had their tax increased to about 35%, which in a sense, as much as you may want to collect more as a government, you should not be punishing the people who are already paying tax a lot more. That's going to discourage the taxpayers. And one of the things about taxpayers is that the rich are always likely to be the ones to find ways of evading paying that tax more, because they have all these tax advisors and lawyers who can figure out ways of how they can reduce the payment of their tax. And so that may not work very well, or it might actually discourage people who want to invest here when they see that there are measures that are targeting the wealthy people. The investors tend to be the wealthy people. You're not likely to have Kenya being seen as a country that is very encouraging towards investment of big monies and industry generally, the big funds. Some of the other question marks around it as well is how exactly we're going to fund the gap. It's a very ambitious budget. It's a big budget. It just calls for more taxation of the populace, and not necessarily, we are not so clear whether there'll be improved service delivery towards the same people who are being taxed more. And so I don't know if the citizens will be more excited to pay higher levels of tax. You have around SMEs particularly, you have a raft of measures, particularly on micro enterprises. There's been a proposed preemptive tax that is to be paid, upfront, and you're likely to have complaints from, the companies making 5 million shillings and below as to why there is an additional tax and they already pay so much, maybe licenses. Generally, when you look at the measures taken to within this particular budget, you don't get a sense that SMEs or small and medium-sized enterprises were at the forefront of the minds of the people coming up with the budget. A lot of the budgetary items seem to be things that will create opportunities for large companies, large organizations. Some of the measures around improving maybe funding or towards SMEs are not so clear. So you'd find maybe this is because SMEs don't have one big voice out there that can inform government on what some of the challenges in the operating environment for SMEs are. And therefore you don't see very strong measures towards either lowering barriers of entry for small businesses or startups. You don't see any specific measures around improving investment or even non-debt financing towards SMEs. You don't see any specific incentives towards encouraging people to invest towards startups or growing businesses. It's still very hazy as to whether these particular whether SMEs who hire the largest number of people or can create the largest amount of employment, you don't see very specific measures or incentives towards those SMEs to be able to create more jobs or to invest more or to lower the barriers of them doing business, whether it's licenses or tax rebates. I think the only one we've probably seen is towards ICT and agriculture, where you have VAT towards ICT components being reduced and inputs also towards agricultural feeds. But other than that, you don't hear too much of of measures towards SMEs. So that's also a disappointment. I think in future the government can have a lot more consultation and listening to the SMEs a lot more, or people who work with SMEs, so that better measures can be put in place to encourage small and micro enterprises to invest more or to succeed a bit more.